All beautiful people, welcome to this week's episode of CanvasKiller Critiques. I'm your host, Canvas, and this episode we're going to be talking about my niece. So this is, the last of three that I've spoke about some family members of mine who have rendered their own creative version of a template that I gave them from an art piece of mine. So similar to Zeven, my niece Zamariah has rendered her creative version of my JJ image. So I'm going to minimize this thumbnail and let you see the greatness, baby. I'm really digging these 3 shades of brown off rip. It's like a very light brown used on the lip, the top lip and the bottom lip, and a very dark or deep umber brown around the cheek, and then right here along the face right next to the mouth. And then there's like a mid-tone and like a more like a chocolate brown. It goes from like milk chocolate on the nose to like a dark chocolate around the edge of the face, and then this really light brown that kind of looked like cocoa powder, you feel me? Just like a whole different tinge of brown. So off rip, I appreciate that contrast and those 3 layers of brown. And then with it being so close to this pink inside the mouth and the white for the teeth, it's definitely giving me Neapolitan ice cream vibes. So yeah, yo, very rich chocolate. Yeah, this joint definitely got flavors, and I enjoy how these colors are arced as well inside of JJ's hat. The visible light spectrum here. You know what I'm saying, from the red, orange, yellow, and yeah, yo, and the blue. You know what I'm saying, some primary colors. And I appreciate too how these colors that are at the top left, they're also laid one next to the other in columns, if you will. Though the ones that are up top in reference to this green right next to this blue, I like the change in texture that's used and how these colors are placed next to each other. In particular, this green here, it definitely, in the lines that we can read almost, it shows the direction of the utensil being used. And so I appreciate that. There are some spots where you're going laterally left to right, and then there's some parts where you're curving your lines to create certain shapes and create certain columns of colors. And yeah, it's showing some nice diversity in the way that you apply your color, which is always great to create movement and to create differences in texture. Yeah, so I'm enjoying what you've laid out for us here. I enjoy this pink that's to the bottom left corner as well, because there are parts of it that are left a bit exposed, and it still creates a nice gradient and a nice contrast, especially being right next to the pink that's used inside the mouth, because that is a lot more saturated. That's a lot more filled in, as opposed to some parts that are within this area to the bottom left that look a bit wispy, or like the streaks that are left behind when a raindrop runs down a window. And yeah, so it's leaving some nice trails, if you will, that are also accentuating the other textures that are found throughout this piece. Yeah, this is really cool. You know, especially, you know, all the colors that are across the top. I was speaking of the green, and I really enjoy that the yellow and then this red or reddish orange to the far right are the two colors that I would consider that you applied with the most saturation, which is cool next to this orange that's right to the right of the yellow, in that it shows that there was a difference in the pressure that you were putting down on your utensil in order to apply that color. And so that's definitely a nice technique to have in your arsenal as well, you know, with the amount of pressure that you're putting down, because you definitely get results based upon either light pressure, which will give you a lighter color or more see-through color, and then applying more pressure, which will give you something of more saturation that you cannot necessarily see the canvas or the paper that you're applying it to. You can't see the canvas anymore through it. And then lastly, I'm really enjoying like this what looks to me like a psychedelic snail, like psychedelic Gary from SpongeBob. Yeah, and this color wave here that seems to be outlined at the furthest by either a dark blue, dark blue into a lighter blue or a turquoise, and then a yellow, and then an orange, and then a dark green, then a light green, then a red. And so yeah, that's definitely giving me either psychedelic vibes or heat vision, you know. So yeah, very, very cool elements to this piece. It definitely dips into a lot of different textures, and each way that these textures are applied allow for some very cool movement. And I like how your movement, I'm going to bring up again how these arced colors, the red, the orange, yellow, and blue, they arc in a similar fashion and show themselves in columns similar to other parts of the painting, such as the background above the head. Very, very cool. Word, yo. So there you have it, Zamariah with her rendition of my J.J. Evans template. Good times. All right, bet. So last but not least, I'm gonna shamelessly plug another family member. I know this man personally. It's me. All right, so boom. What I have are some limited edition dad hats. As soon as, there we go, I figure out how to turn my camera around. I'm gonna show you each design. So we have a gold Basquiat design with the Will Porter signature. You know what I'm saying? And these Jones definitely have the adjustable back, so one size fits all. Especially if you got a huge dome, nigga. Oh, excuse my language, but I can say that. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? Don't you go saying it. Haha, you know who you are. Okay, next, we're going to the Queen design, which we have two of. We got two of these Jones in stock. And so this is the Nefertiti design on a light blue or powder blue surface. And these are definitely all beautiful colors for the springtime into the summer, and then especially with these more richer colors that are on the painted image, it allows for a lot of mixing it up or a subtle hint of some color therapy with, you know, some you dress down with, some casual. Boom. So we're gonna move over to the coral design that has, or the coral color rather, that has one of my favorite artists, Salvador Dali. And you know, man, I'm blown. This is one of my favorite hats. I ain't gonna hold you. This strong, and I've been also wearing the Basquiat design a lot, but this John has been getting a lot more love from me than any other thus far. You know what I'm saying? So this is the coral. And all these Jones are only $40 US. You feel me? This drone right here, we got another gold color scheme with the Van Gogh image. Yeah, this is just, it's amazing how these colors are popping off and they're really accentuating the base design, this base color right here, you know. So a very rich and bold color scheme to pop off any outfit that you're throwing together, especially some casual. Yeah, we got the colors for you. And last but not least, we've been talking about this design right here, the infamous J.J. Evans Good Times, baby. Yeah, so, you know, as we honoring these beautiful images and these people that they represent, we putting it on something that you can wear and support this brand. Black owned business, baby. So yeah, all these drawings are only $40. What you see on this table is what I have in stock. I only have 2 of the Van Gogh and of the Nefertiti image. All of the other drawings, there are 1 left. You know what I'm saying? So I created these out of curiosity to see how the design would look, and I really love it. So there will definitely be more. If you want to, you know, collect one of these 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. If you want to collect one of these 7 that I just showed you, do not hesitate to hit me up. Cash App, Zelle. I accept cash if you're local to New York. Yeah, and that includes the shipping, you know, unless you stay dumb, stupid, crazy far. You know what I'm saying? But now we're going to get these to you. So, you know, you can help me to further this brand because, you know, a brand definitely doesn't stand without the people ever. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I'll see you next episode. You already know. Bye.